Okay, we're going to look at solving trigonometric equations. And actually, I just want to go back to this general idea right here. This general idea right here that says that if you have, like, say, the sine of an angle equals some number, then if you want to find the general solution, you have to go shift sine of that number and you'll get an angle. Your calculator will actually tell you. So say it's the sine of A equals a half. If you go shift sine of a half, it'll say 30 degrees. But the big deal is it repeats itself every 360 degrees. So you can go 30 plus 360, 1 times 360, or 2 times 360. In fact, k can be any number, negative or positive, or even any counting number, any integer, negative or positive. That's what we're talking about. Now, if 30 degrees works, you go 180 minus 30 degrees. It's always 180 degrees minus this angle here. That will give you your second solution. And that's how sine works. Now, cosine works a little bit differently. If you have, say, the cosine of an angle, say you had the cosine of an angle equals a half, like this. Whoops, a little bit out of my reach here. I'd go shift cosine of a half, and I'd get 60 degrees. And the answer is plus or minus 60 degrees, and it repeats itself every 360 degrees. And k is a counting number, integer. Now, tangent's just about the same. You go shift tangent, except it repeats itself. You still go shift tangent of 1, and it tells you 45 degrees. That's what the angle that fits with a tangent of 1 is. And it repeats itself every 180 degrees. That's how tangent works. Okay, let's get started. Let's try one here. Say you had this, cos squared minus sine squared equals 0.66. Well, you've got a formula sheet that says that cos squared minus sine squared is equal to the cosine of the double of that angle there. So you can rub that out and just put cos 2x. Now, we've got an angle 2x. We want to find out how it fits with 0.66. So you go shift cosine of 0.66, and your calculator will say 48,7 degrees. Now, there's two answers for cosine, plus and minus. So that's what 2x is. Just divide everything by 2. And you get your answer, 24.35 degrees plus, and you even divide the 360 by 2, k times 180. K is an element of the integers. That's it. Now, on your formula sheet, if you see 2 cosine squared x minus 1, your formula sheet of trig identities tells you that it's really equal to the cosine of double of the angle. Well, if you know it's this number, negative 0.75, you want to know the angle that fits with that? Just go shift cosine, and your calculator will tell you 138.59 degrees. We'll take the negative as well works, divide everything by 2, and that's it. That's all there is to it. Let's take a look at question 3. You've got this 2 sine x cos x equals root 3 over 2. Well, 2 sine x cos x, just look on that formula sheet. It really equals the sine of 2x, the double angle. And so now we know that the angle 2x, just go shift sine of root 3 over 2, you get 60 degrees. But if there's one answer of 60, the other one's 180 minus 60, which is 120. Then divide everything by 2. You get your general solution, x equals 30 degrees plus k times 180, or x equals 60 degrees plus k times 180. K is an element of the integers. K is an integer, and that's it. We'll do the next few questions in another video.